Happy Halloween 2022 from Canada, the old saying Great White North. And I am Jim Morrison. Ask me a question, YouTube. What do you like about music? Here I am. It's me. Dressed as Jim Morrison. I got my Jim Morrison costume back. I'm ready for year 2. And this time I'm even more prepared than ever because I got one of the belts, the style of belts that Jim Morrison would have put on at his peak with the Doors. So yeah, there you go. Prepared 101. Well, I'm back with the hauls. Back with Halloween hauls. Halloween's just my favorite time of the year. Not just for dressing up, but also for scary movies. I love horror, but when you watch horror and it's not Halloween, it's got a bit of a different feeling to it. So, what do we have here? Well, let's start off with Small, an album. This was recommended to me by a friend who I go to karaoke bars with a lot, and she is really into symphonic metal and gothic metal, so she suggested Epica. Omega from Epica. I played one of the songs. I played the song Abyss of Time once in the house, and my mother said, "One of those singers sounds like Cookie Monster." You know the voice I'm talking about. There's some metal songs, they have that gravelly voice and they sing like this. My mother thinks those people sound like Cookie Monster, the Sesame Street character Cookie Monster. Every time I hear those kinds of songs, I think back to what my mother said. Now, back to the hauls. Personal favorite, Simpsons Treehouse of Horror collection. First collection of Treehouse of Horror. Let's get a close-up shot right there. This features Treehouse of Horror episodes 5, 6, 7, 8. This features the spoof episode on The Shining. That's the first one, Treehouse of Horror number 5. And Treehouse of Horror number 7 features Phil Hartman, the late great Phil Hartman. Oh, we miss him. Treehouse of Horror number 8 has James Bond actor Pierce Brosnan, and it's also a spoof on the first couple of Harry Potter movies. I know we have fans of both film franchises, so if you're a fan of The Shining, if you're a fan of James Bond, if you're a fan of Harry Potter, definitely try Treehouse of Horror collection, the first collection. I've got Vlad here. Vlad the Impaler. Evil Never Dies. Vlad the Impaler I've read a lot about. When I was in school, I read quite a bit about Vlad the Impaler, the man behind Dracula. His tragic upbringing, his treatment in captivity by the Ottoman Empire, and how he vowed revenge on the Ottoman Empire. Whew. Did he get revenge, that's for sure. And also stars Billy Zane, Kim Heskin, and Brad Dourif. You never hear about Billy Zane, Brad Dourif, or Kim Heskin anymore. Of course, there's always the occasional interviews that Billy Zane was in. He was in an interview with a crew about In Excess, Michael Hutchence, recently. I'm gonna attempt to do an old versus new, not like the Nostalgia Critic, but I'm gonna compare the two, and those two are both Nightmare on Elm Street films. One that was made in 1984, and then one made 26 years later in 2010. This one has Johnny Depp and Robert Englund. This one has Rooney Mara and Clancy Brown and Jackie Earle Haley. What I like about... I did see both Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Here's the thing. I like the first one because it is, yes, 80s nostalgia, and it shows... and it has a strong female lead, our horror movie heroine, Nancy. But I also like this version because it's an okay update. However, it features Nancy's boyfriend in more of a lead to work alongside Nancy. This one, not so much. It was just all Nancy fighting Freddy. This one features Nancy and her boyfriend fighting Freddy. So I'm totally torn about this. I really don't know which one is the best.